The Vimalakirti Nirdesa Sutra, Chapter 3, The Disciples, is egoless, for it is beyond the duality of subject and object, is free from discrimination, for it is beyond consciousness, is without compare, for it is beyond all relativities, is beyond cause, for it is causeless, is identical with Dharmata, or Dharma nature, the underlying nature of all things, is in line with the Absolute, for it is independent, is above the 6 sense organs of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind, is neither up nor down, is eternal and immutable, and is beyond contemplation and practice. Maudgalaputra, such being the characteristics of the Dharma, how can it be expounded? For expounding it is beyond speech and indication, and listening to it is above hearing and grasping. This is like a conjurer expounding the Dhamma to illusory men, and you should always bear all this in mind when expounding the Dhamma. You should be clear about the sharp or dull roots of your audience and have a good knowledge of this to avoid all sorts of hindrance. Before expounding the Dhamma, you should use your great compassion for all living beings to extol Mahāyāna to them, and think of repaying your own debt of gratitude to the Buddha by striving to preserve the 3 treasures of Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha forever. When Vimalakirti spoke, 800 upasakas set their minds on seeking supreme enlightenment, Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. I do not have the eloquence, and am therefore not fit to call on him to inquire after his health. The Buddha then said to Mahākāssyapa, Go to Vimalakirti to inquire after his health on my behalf. Mahākāssyapa said, World-honored one, I am not qualified to call on him to inquire after his health. The reason is that once when I went begging for food in a lane inhabited by poor people, Vimalakirti came and said, Hey, Mahākāssyapa, you are failing to make your kind and compassionate mind all-embracing by begging from the poor while staying away from the rich. Mahākāssyapa, in your practice of impartiality, you should call on your donors in succession, regardless of whether they are poor or rich. You should beg for food without the ulterior idea of eating it. To wipe out the concept of rolling food into a ball in the hand, you should take it by the hand, i.e., without the idea of how you take it. You should receive the food given without the idea of receiving anything.